State of New California, notice to all Californians. Chapter 2, Grievance number 24, October 5th, 2020. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Section 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and Section 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution says, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. On April 28, 2020, New California State will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. The California state government violates the following: United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive when a legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Eighth Amendment, the United States Constitution. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. 14th Amendment. United States Constitution. Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Refer to sections 2, 3, 4, and 5. Order of the day. Arrest the Senate President. While we, the people of the unified counties of New California, seek the removal of the California State President of the Senate, Tony G. Atkins, born August 1st, 1962, is an American politician serving as the 51st and current President pro tempore of the California State Senate since 2018. A member of the Democratic Party, she previously served as the 69th Speaker of the California State Assembly from 2014 to 2016. Upon her election as Speaker of the State Assembly, she became the third woman and first acknowledged lesbian to be elected to the position, as well as the first lawmaker from San Diego holding the office. She served on the San Diego City Council from 2000 to 2008, including a term as acting mayor of San Diego in 2005. She also served as acting governor of California for 9 hours on July 30th, 2014. And in 2018, she succeeded Kevin De Leon as State Senate President pro tempore. This made her the first woman and the first openly LGBT person to lead the California State Senate. Katie Grimes of the California Globe reported on March 19, 2020, quote, "While most of the California public and news media was focused on the coronavirus, the California State Senate worked into the evening Monday and passed Senate Resolution 86, allowing the state president pro tem, Tony Atkins, to assign, remove, and replace any member of a standing Senate committee during an emergency. SR 86 also allows state Senate President pro tem Tony Atkins to authorize one or more members of the committee to participate remotely by telephone, teleconference, or other electronic means. This means senators do not have to be in the Capitol or on Senate floor to vote on legislation. Atkins says this resolution provides her with, quote, the flexibility to function during the time of crisis and allows the Senate to be more nimble and responsive during emergencies, end quote. Atkins also said allowing senators to participate remotely, quote, authorizes the public to participate remotely, but would be used rarely, if ever, end quote. Continuing with Katie Grimes' report, SR 86 was introduced March 16, 2020, and adopted through a voice vote of the members of the Senate March 16, 2020. There was no vote tally taken to show who supported SR 86 or who opposed it. The resolution was not in print for the required 72 hours for members and the public for members and the public to review it prior to the vote, and there were no committee hearings on SR 86. End of Katie Grimes' report. According to an October 8th letter signed by Deputy Legislative Counsel Michael Cairns, quote, a member of the legislature serving on a committee may not lawfully cast his or her vote by telephone rather than by being physically present at a hearing, end quote. Capitol Weekly reported in 2009. Staffers in the Capitol say the rule still stands and want to know how the Senate President pro tem can get around this legal ruling by passing a resolution. When the California governor used Emergency Services Act under Government Code Section 8625 due to the coronavirus on March 4, 2020, the governor needed an accomplice in the California Senate to shut down all debate among senators who may challenge the governor's edicts and unlawful executive orders. He found one in Senate President pro tem Tony Atkins. Senate President Pro Tem Tony Atkins is actively participating in the unconstitutional actions of the governor who continues his dictatorial actions. This is bold and emphasized, so I'll repeat it. Senate President Pro Tem Tony Atkins is actively participating in the unconstitutional actions of the governor who continues his dictatorial actions. Lawmakers in Sacramento have called for an extraordinary session of state legislature to consider reopening the economy. Again, in bold emphasis, according to numerous sources in the California state capitol, there will be a special legislative session in the coming weeks to discuss the state's massive financial crisis and repeal the Governor's Emergency Services Act. The state Senate President Pro Tem refuses to take action. Why? Governor Newsom signed an executive order March 4, 2020, known as the Emergency Services Act under Government Code Section 8625 in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, which has crippled the California economy and destroyed the lives of millions of people in California. As identified by the New California State Movement, California is in default on filing the necessary federal financial forms that will allow the continuation of over $97 billion in annual federal grants. The failure of the state to file the necessary documents the federal government requires has triggered a number of investigations, both by the federal and state government, into the financial accountings of the state and the actions of the governor. Quote, the state is now over $100 billion short of cash and is no longer solvent. End quote. The signing of the Emergency Services Act has exacerbated the financial crisis and created a dictatorship that consolidates legislative and judicial branches of government under the office of the governor. California is the first one-man rule dictatorship in United States history. Again, bold emphasis, so I will repeat. The signing of the Emergency Services Act has exacerbated the financial crisis and created a dictatorship that consolidates legislative and judicial branches of government under the office of the governor. California is the first one-man rule dictatorship in United States history. Senate President Pro Tem Tony Atkins to this day is not working to solve the problems facing California. Her inaction is destroying the lives of millions of Californians and destroying the state's economy. It's clear there are numerous violations of law and the constitutional oath taken by the Senate President Pro Tem. New California State will pursue every means available to remedy the Senate President Pro Tem's abuse of power and illegal felonious acts. We now demand the California State Legislature exercise the limited powers it has at its discretion to repeal the governor's unlimited powers of authority he is utilizing to destroy the state's economy while furthering his reign of terror upon the United States citizens living in the state of California. New California State Movement has for over 5 years been utilizing Article 4, Section 3 to form a new state in direct defiance of the California dictator, just like the Founding Fathers had planned when they wrote the U.S. Constitution. The California governor is a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all U.S. citizens living in California, while the state continues to operate outside the authorities of the U.S. Constitution. For New California, it's our God-given right, it is our duty to protect our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution, and our Bill of Rights with all means necessary from a craven dictator. New Californians will not comply. We request the President of the United States to act immediately to remedy these abuses by the establishment of a new California state. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor dictator, and the monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the Socialist State Executive, instituted wherever the current Socialist governor dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession and have created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, to thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidenced by abdication of their responsibilities, authority, and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California State. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 or the Emergency Economic Powers Act to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California State. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com, phone number 877-828-2753. 877-828-2753.